So the centers we have 9 different centers, and sometimes we open more centers up. It depends on the theme that we're on. The OWL curriculum that we use, it's very detailed as to what we need, and it changes a lot. Something that our pre-K teacher told us was that we need to always be authentic and have the children own it. So everything changes all the time. It's a lot of planning that we put into the centers, and we change the activities, because the minds like to learn new things, and changing it up is what keeps them engaged. So every other week we have new activities, and they go with the unit, they go with theme, they go with everything. So it engages them. Right now we are studying the community, and we have a community in the background in our classroom. They build a community with the roads, and they use the vocabulary. Something I've learned with pre-K, because I was a kinder teacher before, was that they need to use it. They need to use the vocabulary. So I cannot just teach them what a road is without them actually constructing a road, without actually having them draw a picture. Writing, we use it every day. Writing, having them use their illustrations to tell a story. I've been a part of the learning processing with the new curriculum with Mrs. Alvarez, and everything that we are to show the kids, we've done it hands-on. And you see it at a different perspective, to where we're teaching them this, but why are we teaching them? And we've had a lot of academies with the Writing Academy, and it teaches us the different stages that they're on. And it makes you be more reflective as a teacher to your planning activities. The environment is very friendly. It has to be a very positive environment, to where they are able to ask questions and not feel threatened. It has to be a very positive environment. And I always use, when I'm working at small centers, I tell them, try to ask a friend. When they ask a friend, they feel more comfortable as opposed to coming to the teacher. So they'll ask a friend, and I want them to learn from each other. We give them the opportunity to do like a high and a low, so they can learn from each other, and they can use the language, because we all know all children are very different, whether it be their learning process or whether it be their vocabulary. They come in very different, their family background. So we take that into consideration when we do our grouping and stuff. It's very microscopic, because you need to make sure that the children are learning from each other. So the environment changes, and our groups are constantly changing, because as we're testing through iStation or through this teacher observation, we see something different, so we change it. But definitely they learn from each other through play, through experiences and stuff like that, and that's more rich than actually teacher just telling them. Working as a first-year pre-K teacher, the planning that goes along with the centers, it has to be very connected to what they're learning. I have to create these activities that are going to connect them to how am I going to use it outside. I cannot just show them circle, circle here. Look, we're doing a shape hunt. We're going outside and look at the cone, and we're looking at the environment. We are looking at the fences. What is it? Is it wood? We try to connect. When we were learning about family and the shelters, the material, we take everything outside. And I've learned that from my colleagues, actually, because this is my first year as a pre-K teacher. So it's a lot of new doors that have been opened in a positive way. We have so much help from our school, from our curriculum facilitator, Mrs. Gracia. We are not alone. And that's the awesome part, that there's always someone to go to, and the questions are answered.
Early childhood is a foundation for education. It's like building a house. Building a house has to have a good foundation. If not, it starts cracking, and you start having problems with the walls. That's how it is in education. If students do not have a good foundation, then you're going to see that they're going to be struggling throughout their years. People might think that pre-K is just play and have fun and that's it, but it's not. It's so much more than that. It's something that you're laying that foundation for math, because the numbers are introduced, geometric shapes, positional words. You're laying that foundation for language, because they come to pre-K without language. So you're introducing vocabulary words, you're making it meaningful, you're tying the unknown to the known. You're making connection with technology. Kids nowadays use so much technology. It's amazing how you could just take them anywhere with technology, and that's what we're doing now. We're using iStation, and I could see a growth when we print our reports, how the kids are growing. The education is first priority for anybody that works for the school district. They want their students to succeed, because if they succeed, we succeed. It doesn't matter what campus they're in. And with our curriculum, with Al, if the student withdraws from our class, they go to another school, they They don't miss anything because we're all teaching the same thing. We're all aligned now this year. In the past years, at the end of the year, I saw a lot of kids learning their alphabet, their sounds. And now I was just assessing my students. A lot of my students already know their letters, their sounds, and it's not even the end of the year. So I could see the growth from half a day to a full day because you have them here all day. And as a teacher, you have to make the best and value your time. There's no time to be wasted. And I tell the students, they're here to learn and I'm here to teach. And what our job is to make sure that they're learning what it's required by the state, by our state guidelines for pre-K. But not only that, things that are gonna be remembered, making memories with their peers, with the teachers, with the staff members here, making it meaningful. I could see that at the end of the year, we're gonna see a big growth with our students being here all day. Not only social, emotional, or academic, but they're making it, and we're making it enjoyable. And they're making it enjoyable too, because school, our classroom is a family.